Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing this gorga day? What is up? It feels like it's been forever, but I know it has not been. What did I just say? I know it has not been, but it feels like it's been forever since I've sat here and I made us some content for the channel, David. But anyways, guys, today it's going to be a classic favorites video. I know I'm actually really excited about this. I'm gonna be doing a classic, like, things I've been using, things I've been obsessed with favorites video. And I'm gonna be using the products I really like, but the catch is on this one, it's gonna actually be all products that are drugstore, what I really like to reach for when it comes to the drugstore, makeup wise, that it's just like, these are the things that I keep going back to, I cannot get enough of. These are the ones that I actually would highly recommend, and I think that if you were to get these products and try these products out, you would be absolutely obsessed, and honestly, you would look sickening boots. But anyways, guys, that's today's gonna be. As always, if you guys don't like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't fucking watch it, no joy with that. But if you guys do like this video, if you guys like when we do favorites videos from the drugstore, if you guys like the guys,
is you LGBT because your gun pink?
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. But without further ado, let's get up into this gig of these favorites from the drugstore. I'm actually going to use everything that I'm talking about here so you can see them in action, see why I'm obsessed with them, and why I think they're so great and actually worth the money. And this is not sponsored, by the way. Not sponsored at all. Maybe I should put not sponsored in the title. Very 2018. Okay, let's get to it. So let's start this journey that we're on here today with primer. Primer, like, honestly, drugstore primers to me are just as good as high-end primers. Truly, like, when it comes to priming, baby, just go with the drugstore ones. When it comes to like more sticky, like adhering primers, I feel like drugstore ones, they have it, baby. They have it. They took it in the bag, okay? Pore diffusing ones, I feel like drugstore has more trouble finding pore diffusing, but we're gonna go with sticky because that's what I really like anyway. So the primer I'm obsessed with is this one from YALL. This is the Power Grip Matte Primer. It is a gripping primer that keeps your makeup on longer because it's a gripping, but also it keeps your oils at bay on the face. I'm actually so obsessed with this. This is more of a recent find of mine that I've been like, honey, this right here, she is the tea. She's the only tea to ever cross my path. But I'm also obsessed with the NYX Face Glue Gripping Primer. I love the camp of this. I think this is really cute. Packaging wise, I think they did such a good job. It literally looks like little glue. I love the energy of this. I love that this is hydrating. I love that it's sticky. And I love the way it looks. I think it's a freaking fantastic, great find. But I really will say that this has been something I've been reaching for a little bit more than even the NYX one. But they're both phenomenal. I am just a little bit more oily. If you're not that oily, then I think you'll even like this one better. Like, it just depends on your oily levels. But for me, the e.l.f. one is great for like the oily combo girlies. I cannot wait to mug right here so you guys can see just how sickening my face is gonna look, you guys. You're gonna be like, oh my god, that looks like high end. I'm gonna be like, I know, babe. I will say this is extremely thick, and some people might not like the texture of gripping primers and not like that they are thicker, more grippy. It is quite thick, so just be aware of that. It's a very like viscous, not runny at all, thick consistency, but I just noticed it really works for me in my skin and helps keep my oils at bay on top of keeping my makeup like on longer because there's a stick to it. I like it. e.l.f. just does a good job when it comes to like complexion stuff. So 10 out of 10 for me. Let's let that settle into the skin for about 30 seconds. That's what they recommend. Moving to foundations, I think this is no one's surprise. However, I'm not gonna use it because I feel like I've been beating this horse down, beating it down. This is the Superstay 24 Skin Tint by Maybelline. Oh, I bet y'all have seen this and you're like, baby, please, anything else but that. And like, I get it. It's just something I use like almost every single day. So like for me, it's my go-to. But the other foundation from the drugstore I'm absolutely obsessed with, and I actually do use a lot too, not as much as this one, but a lot, is the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation is honestly fantastic. I feel like the reason I don't reach for it as much because I feel like the shade isn't like perfect for me. That's why I don't reach for it as much. But what we're gonna do is add, you know, some of this one because I just feel like it's a little fair. It feels a little light to me. No, and I like to be a little more tan, but I love the consistency, love the coverage, love the way it wears. It is a satin foundation, so it's not going to be super, you know, mattifying. It's not going to be glowy. It's just going to be like exactly what I want it to be. God, the way this actually matches really well, and I always forget. God damn, I don't care. I want to go tanner. My shade is actually Light Cool 20. That's the one I go for. That's the shade that I'm wearing right here. And again, I just like the way this covers, because it's not the most full coverage foundation like from the drugstore I have, but it's enough where it's covering a lot. Like, it covers a lot of shit that I don't want to be seen. Covers a lot, stays really, really well. And this one, to me, honestly, gives me such high-end energy. Like, consistency-wise, I feel like, to me, if you would have been like, oh, this is like a high-end foundation, I would absolutely believe you just because how it looks on the skin. And I feel like it gives me kind of a blur. I just tend to use the Maybelline one more, but I cannot shove that down your throats anymore, even though I want to. I want to shove it down the throat so bad. That sounds like really bad. Oh, morning. Are you kidding me with this base? Like, are you absolutely kidding me with this base right now? Like, I look freaking sickening. I'm gonna ask the class, can I add a little bit of this on top? I feel like you guys will let me. I feel like you will. Okay, you're not really here to tell me no. So, I'm just gonna add a little bit of that on top, just to give me, like, a little bit more tan to my skin. Oh, I know. I'm not well. Listen, we all know this. Like, baby, if you're watching me, you're probably not well either. Honestly, the satin foundation from e.l.f., it's enough as is. Like, it honestly looks absolutely stunning. I just want to go the extra mile because I do like the finish of the Maybelline Skin Tint a lot because it gives you kind of like a little bit more of a glowy finish, actually, which I usually don't like, but this one, there's something about it that it actually looks really fucking good. I'm gonna go and actually bronze up now. So this is my go-to cream bronzer from the drugstore that I literally cannot get enough of. It is so fantastic. 10 out of 10 recommend. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Diamond Bronzer. It has like a little diamondy kind of packaging. And it's a cream bronzer. Just the color of it, the formula of it, like the whole damn thing, really, I just cannot get enough. I'll just dip into it with a brush, and I'll just go in, and I'll start applying the bronzer. For me, what I like about it so much is that it genuinely just like melts into the skin. Like, I don't feel like I have to do that much to get it to look amazing. Like, I literally, like, I feel like I plop it on and it blends itself and it gives you this gorgeous, like, slightly radiant finish. This is my absolute go-to from the drugstore if you are in a pinch for a cream bronzer that actually works as if it's high-end. All these things here, you guys, I'm going to recommend are going to be as if it's a high-end. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's just not as a high-end price point. I genuinely think you guys are going to be like, oh shit, like, really? Like that? And I'm like, yeah, like that, bitch. Like, what the fuck? Literally, like I was saying, it just, like, essentially blends itself. It's kind of crazy, I will say. I don't know how this product does it. And the way it does, it just does. It blends itself. Don't know how. Don't ask me any questions. I do plead the fifth. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. But let's move right along because, like, that literally took us, like, 3 seconds. And then if you went overboard, which, you know, I do sometimes, you can just go back in with that foundation brush. No extra product. Let's go in with some concealer. I'm going to go concealer and then cream blush. So concealer that might go to, like, this is the one I will not give up. Like, you have to pry it out of my dead hands, is the Maybelline Eraser, like, with that little sponge on top. But here's the catch. It has to be the pink one. It has to be the shade 160. It cannot be regular shades. Like, I don't like it like that. I need it to be the pink one because I like a pinky under eye in general. But there's something about the formula and the color of this that I'm literally obsessed with. I just enjoy a brighter under eye as well. So I'm going to take a little bit of this pink, right? Because pink is really brightening for me. It's almost like a corrector and concealer in one. You can't tell me nothing in the pink, babe. Like, you cannot tell me nothing. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Like, you know the rules. We're gonna take a sponge. We're gonna blend this out. I will say, if you don't like a pinky under eye, you might want to just go with the shade that, like, honestly matches you, which is totally cool, obviously. Like, the concealer itself is fantastic. It's not just that I like the shade that I think is fantastic. It's the concealer overall that's fantastic. But I just prefer it to be pink. It just covers really, really nicely. You know what I mean? I think that the coverage is absolutely great. Phenomenal. Show-stopping. I do. My favorite blush from the drugstore quickly crept in, and these are the e.l.f. ones. These are the Camo Liquid Blushes. These, for me, react like high-end blushes. They really do. They really gag me fierce. I honestly am surprised by them. I've used this one a bunch, the Cheeky Lychee, since I got it. But let's go and go in with this bold-faced lilac. I have not actually gone in with this one or tried this one, really. But I kind of want to and just kind of see what it's giving. It's giving me that, like, purpley pink tone. But it's the formula of the liquid blushes from e.l.f. that are absolutely insane. They're a glowy kind of consistency. Again, this is a lilac color, so it's going to kind of be, you know, a little purpley, a little purple nurple, but I feel like it actually goes well with my under eye because I'm doing a pinkier under eye, and I think it kind of diffuses and blends in really nicely. I think they're great. I honestly think they did such a good job. Try a little bit of like the warmer pinky one just to see what it does. Let's just see. Because they are so pigmented, a lot of skin tones and a lot of people can use these and it will look good on literally everyone. That is so bright. The 2 layers combined is absolutely insane. I literally look like a punch in the face. Just pat out that concealer around it, just the edges anyway. An absolute angel. I'm drinking an Alani and I think I'm hyper. Woo! Now that we're diffused and we are creamed to absolute filth and perfection, we're going to set our face. This powder has been my go-to when it comes to setting my under eyes. I cannot get over it. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And then I'll show you a powder I love for the face. But this MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder, MCO is actually coming to Target. It's basically just supposed to be like a translucent, but I feel like there's a little bit of brightness to it. So I wouldn't recommend it like if you're really tan or like deeper complexion, because I do feel like that white cast does show through. It's not like so translucent that you can't tell there's like a white base to it. You can definitely tell there's a white base to it. So just be aware of that. I wouldn't recommend it. I would do maybe a different color instead. They have other colors, I believe. But for me and my complexion and my skin tone, it works fantastically. And I love the way it makes my under eyes look. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, feel like it is. It looks so good. I'll use it in my T-zone. Put it in my T-zone right there. And then for the face, I'll use this right here, Glam, the Skin Focus High Coverage Powder. Don't do it to him. This powder is so freaking stunning, but again, it has like it's a powder foundation, so just be aware of that. I like to use it for like my face to kind of put in the perimeters to give me a little bit more coverage, 1, and 2, to set the base of my perimeter. I just like it. I think it looks nice. I like that skin focus finish. Do you see how it, like, on the forehead, there's still my skin peeking through? I'll powder my neck with these as well. And then I'll also, of course, hit my nose with it. So when it comes to powder bronzer from the drugstore, this is one I go to that I just like my tried and true. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer Fresh Wear. This is in the shade Soft Matte Bronzer in Light. I just like to dust it on the perimeters. I just think it looks honestly so beautiful, and I like that it's not like super overbearing of a bronzer either. You know me, I don't like a super overbearing bronzer. Just give me a little bit more of that bronziness back, even though I really technically don't need it. I'm quite bronzy from that like kind of, you know, underpainting that I was doing. I don't really need it, but I still really like it. We can go in with some blush afterwards if you want to. You don't have to, but I'm gonna add a little bit, a morsel, a touch, a whisper of blush. And the blushes from the drugstore that I'm obsessed with for powder are gonna be the MCO ones. The MCO ones truly eat down because they're supposed to be dupes for the Dior ones. And I actually think these are better than the Dior ones, I'm not gonna lie. Could be in Target already, or they're coming to Target, I don't really know. MCO is like one of the best like duping brands, you know what I mean? And a lot of people like don't like MCO because they are a duping brand and they're kind of polarizing. A lot of people are like, no, like we don't like that you dupe, we don't like the dupes, we don't like that energy, we don't like that vibe of the dupes. And I understand like where they're coming from, but originally MCO started because people in Australia couldn't really get these high-end things because of how expensive it was. And so they were trying to bring a viral things to Australia, but then they got so freaking big. So now it's like their whole brand. And it's like, I think that the story about it really, really made a lot of sense, but it's grown so much that it's become like more than the story, you know? I like the brand. I think the brand is great. And I understand where like their messaging was from. And they're a big brand, you know, who do big brands. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like the topic is very polarizing because I don't really believe in like copying, you know, especially the little guy. Copying the little guy, I really do not believe in. But when it's like a big brand copying a big brand, I feel like it gets a little like convoluted. You know what I mean? I feel like we've had this conversation before, but I just don't feel like it's the same thing. A big brand copying a big brand, or as a big brand copying a little brand. But I'm curious to hear what your thoughts. Like, what do you guys think about it? Do you think it's like more fair for a big brand to copy a big brand, or do you think it's all like fucked up? Highlighter. Okay, highlighter, you guys. This is my go-to drugstore highlighter. 1000% She Glam. The Lunar Glow highlighter. Oh, I'm suing. The Lunar Glow highlighter, the pink one specifically. I don't know, like, there's no name on it, sadly. I don't know where I would find the name, but basically it's just the pink one. It's a pink with like kind of like a golden shift. Do you guys see that? Do you see that shit? It's like a pinky with golden and white like reflect to it. This highlighter is my absolute go-to from the drugstore. It's so beautiful, and they're baked. They're like a baked formula, and I think they just ate it. So we're gonna take a little bit of this. I also just love a pinkier highlight because I just think it looks so beautiful because it gives me a pinky golden reflect. pinky golden. Stop it. I'm giving Sabrina Carpenter. Huh. Hey, Sabrina. Oh, I can't get enough. I really, really can't. I just love these. I think they're so fantastic. They are really bright though, so just forewarning. Let's move on to brows next. Brow time. This is a recent obsession of mine, and I have not stopped using it since I got it, which is funny because the last product from them that I was obsessed with was also Maybelline. Maybelline, for me, the brow products are just the tea. Like, honestly, Maybelline brow, it's too fierce. Like, they're too fierce. This is their super fluff brow mousse. I have got into a routine where I actually just like brow gels. Like, I don't really want to go in with brow pencils as much and like brow pens. Like, I kind of want to just use a tinted brow gel. If I want to go for something laminated, by the way, can we just do a quick shout out to the Ardell? Ardell Brow Glue Instant Lamination Effect. This is the strongest brow glue I've ever used. It's skaggy. This will literally keep your brows in place, like laminated to your fucking face the whole day. It's actually insane. I just want to give it a little honorable mention. I'm not really into like the laminated brow look as much anymore. And I remember last time I got my brows laminated, I literally had like dandruff in my brows because it burned it. And I was like, I think I'm good. So I'm gonna go with this little brow fluff from Maybelline. And I honestly just think it's so good because it's kind of like more matte, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of brow gels will make your brows look really like shimmery. Not shimmery, just have a shine to it. But this not only keeps your brows like in place, it gives you color. And honestly, the difference to me is just uncanny. I feel like it looks thicker, it looks fuller. And this is all I have to do. I just love how it looks. Am I crazy? Like, am I crazy to love this? Like, if I'm crazy to love it, then like, put me in a fucking cell, dude. Like, put me in a cell. For one brow product to do all that, don't even get me started. Let's move right along to eyes. I do have some little palettes I want to show off. I actually did make a video on TikTok. I don't know if anyone saw it. Products like from the drugstore I use like the entire year, like my most used drugstore products. A lot of these are in there too. So I don't know if you guys have watched that. There's a little bit of overlap, but baby, at least you know it's for real. Like, that is my shit. So palette wise, these are truly, the Vinyl Pops, baby. The Vinyl Pop color palettes from Glam. You know, they don't have a lot going on in them. Like, they're not like humongous or anything like that. But the thing is, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades essentially in here. 5 powders, 2 shimmers, and 2 creams. So it has like so much, and I just love the color stories. I like them both. These two are the ones I use the most. This more rosy, romantic one I love, and this is the more like grungier one that I really, really like as well. These are the two I go for the most. The actual quality of the shades, you would never guess that they're the prices of what they are. Let me see how much they actually are. They're $8.99. You guys, I promise you, they're $8.99. They could literally be like $20+. Shimmers are crazy. The mattes feel like actual velvet. They're in. Let me prime my eyes and I'll be right back. We're primed, we're prepped. We're primed and we are on prep. Just so we're all aware of that. But let's take one of these palettes. I don't know which one I want to use. I think I honestly might just dip into both of them and just kind of see what I want to do. You guys, I'm telling you, honestly, just get both, honestly. I'm going to have to go in with something a little more pinky because I feel like my cheek is so pink. Honestly, it's Valentine's month. Let's go pink or go home, honestly. Let's go pink or go home. I think that's what we're gonna do. They're very blendable. They're not dry mattes either, which is so nice. As you can see, they just diffuse out so well. Just clock that T, you know what I mean? Just clock it. Okay, taking a little bit more defined brush, like a little smaller. Go in with that deeper tone, that deeper, more maroon. Maybe a little bit of brown from the other one too. Look at this accentuation. Like, the fact that I can go that deep, not being patchy, I'll never get over them, and I'll literally talk about them forever. Like, I don't care. And I feel like I've talked about them a lot already, but do you think I give a fuck when they're this good? Don't try me. It's giving romance. It really is. And I need a little romance in my life. I'm gonna be real. No, I don't. I actually just ended things recently. Oh my god, I actually have not talked about this on my channel. I've talked about it in full coverage. So spoiler alert, I actually have been seeing someone for the past several months. Another reason why you guys probably haven't seen like story times from me, dating stories, kind of, you know, things that I would usually do when I'm single, but I've actually been seeing someone. That actually just ended a couple days before Valentine's Day. And let me tell you something. I was distraught. I really liked him, you know what I mean? Like, I really, really cared about him a lot. We had a couple of differences that I feel like we just couldn't like really look past, and it was just kind of making it tough. And I feel like, you know, we ended up getting to a spot where it's like it would just be better if we didn't like continue this, where more feelings would get attached when like It wasn't necessarily maybe gonna go somewhere. You guys, I was literally devastated. It hurt so bad. Like, I am kind of surprised that it hurt so bad because we weren't seeing each other for that long. But I was really kind of taken aback with my reaction and how I felt when we were having this conversation. I started crying in the conversation. Hello? I never like can cry in front of boys. Like, I was actually really surprised. I haven't cried in front of a boy in literally years. It's kind of like a weird mourning thing, right? Like, in a way, like, do you guys feel like it's a mourning a little bit? Like, you're kind of mourning the idea of you guys together? Like, all these, like, plans you had in the future and, like, all these things that could have been. And you're like, damn, I literally had this little mini future of us planned out, which you probably shouldn't do. You know, in general, when you're seeing someone, you shouldn't, like, really romanticize the entire thing that fiercely. It's been a tough few weeks, man, but I do feel like I'm coming back to myself. I'm starting to feel more normal. Like, I'm not, like, as depressed as I was. I feel like I was like really freaking depressed, like honestly. Like I was like bedridden. Not bedridden like where I can't get out of bed. I just didn't want to see people. I'm taking this little maroon shimmer, by the way. Maroon shimmer right here. I'm gonna take that on the outer part of my lid. I'm gonna take the softer one on the inside. Then I'm taking the more golden one on the inner portion. The eye is romantic, baby. It is. It really is. Sometimes I feel like I can't like people. I don't know if this makes any sense. I don't know if anyone can relate to me, but I have a hard time falling for people or being interested in people in general. Like, I just do. Like, I don't like people easily, if that makes sense. Like, it takes me a long time, and I actually haven't liked someone since the end of 2023. So the fact that I felt it, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I can feel this. Like, I almost feel, am I a robot? Like, I can't feel these feelings. Like, it feels so weird sometimes because I'm like, is something wrong with me? I can't feel these, I don't feel like I can feel these emotions. But I felt it, and I'm so excited. Like, I still can feel things. Like, I probably sound so dumb. I probably sound so dumb. But sometimes I just feel like I forget what it's like to like someone. Like, I literally forget what it's like because I will go so long without feeling a spark. So when I find that spark, I think I just fall really quickly when I do as well. It's nice to remember that I can still feel feelings. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying. I just feel like sometimes I forget what it's like to like someone. So this is the eye so far. It's absolutely sickening. I think it looks gorge. I'm gonna go in. Zaya's currently barking. She's going in. I wonder if she's barking. She's the freaking door. If you think I'm gonna go out there and answer the door, y'all got another thing coming. You guys, okay, so this is so funny. Super random story before I go in with my eyeliner. My neighbor has a big dog, like a guard dog on their front yard. He's out every single day and he like guards their house, right? There's this woman who walks her 2 dogs by it every day, and my neighbors have been like, hey, and they go off, by the way. Like, it makes the whole neighborhood shook because the 2 dogs are going off on the big dog and the big dog's going off on the small dogs. So it's like so loud for like 5 to 10 minutes because she walks down and then walks back up, right? So my neighbor's been like, hey, you should like probably not walk past me. Why don't you just like stop out of my house and then just keep going, because then like the dogs are a problem. Like it's a lot going on. And the woman's like, no, it's my routine. I'm not gonna stop walking here. Sorry, I'm not doing it. It's not that serious. You can turn around there. Like, it's not like you're walking that much farther. I feel like this is gonna be a long video, so I apologize in advance, but like, here we are. You know what I mean? Like, here we fucking are. And I look sickening, so it's really a labor of love. But anyway, so when it comes to eyeliners, I cannot find my normal one, if that makes sense, but this is a collaboration that they did. So Wet n Wild actually does great eyeliners. I think they have such good liners in general. This was the one that they did with Snoopy. It's a waterproof liner, but they already have one, and I cannot find the one that they usually do anywhere in my collection. I have it and I like it and I use it, I just don't know where it's at. And I had this one on my desk, so I'm like, girl, I'll just use this one. So anyway, the Wet n Wild eyeliners I just think are really, really good. They did such a good job with these. And they are a bristle tip, which you know is my favorite. Look how easy that glides, dude. So I just want to show these off real quick because I just think it's so good, like so good. But I'm gonna finish my eyes off camera. I'll be right back. We'll do mascara together. And yeah, eyes are complete and giving romance. I want your bad romance. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, curled my lashes as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put some mascara on, and the mascaras that have really taken my heart over the few months and years that I've been using them are going to be these 2 right here. This is the She Glam double-sided mascara. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. This is my number 1. This is my go-to. Like, I can't, it's a Fritz Brene, we can't do any better. Like, truly the one for me. It's double-sided. And then I also am obsessed with the Essence Lash Princess waterproof one. Like, I love the effect the Princess gives me. I just love that effect. And the fact that it's waterproof keeps my curl up So overall, it is what it is. And it do what it do. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly have discovered that I need waterproof to just keep my lash up. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. We're gonna do Lash Princess. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do Miss Lash Princess. Because I do always talk about the She Glam one, and I give that one a lot of love just because it really is my absolute favorite. But this one is absolutely fantastic. But that looks so good. You can't even tell me nothing with that one. I just feel like we need more drugstore mascaras like this that are a drier consistency, that are waterproof, that actually give you a gorgeous lift, a gorgeous, like, you know, thickness and fullness to the lash. Like, the fact that I'm not even wearing a lash right now and I don't even feel unconfident, that's crazy. Yeah, I might need to do 2 layers and I might cry after, but I still feel fierce. Okay. Moving right along, let's go in with my favorite lip liners from the drugstore. My tried and trues. These are from e.l.f. These are the e.l.f. Cream Glide lip liners. They're not expensive and they are so creamy and glidey and they last well. They're not like the most like long lasting, but they last like a good amount of time. They're just like not the kind that's like a waterproofy, long lasting type of, you know, formula. But they're so inexpensive that I'm like, girl, it's so worth it. I'm actually gonna take the shade today. What shade are you? Mauve Side. And I just feel like it works with the eye today, so we're gonna do Mauve Side. See how creamy they are? Like, are you kidding me right now? That is that color, and is it not gorgeous? Don't. Okay, so I'm gonna take in my favorite lipstick from the drugstore, L'Oreal Shade 800. L'Oreal Shade 800, you sick bitch. What you do to me is just not okay. If you're a nude lipstick girly, like if you like nudes, like if you like those kind of tones, nude pinks, I really think you might be obsessed. I really think you might be obsessed with this. Like, I really do. It's so like, just absolutely perfect. It's like a dirty nude pink. Don't. Whenever I feel really fierce and sickening, I have to say don't. I don't know why I do that. I'm like, don't. Like, I'm almost like, ugh. Like, it's just too sickening. I like, don't even start, you know? And then last but not least, I'm topping this up top because I'm obsessed with this. This is another product that's been like an absolute favorite from the drugstore. This is from She Glam. This is the lipstick in Own Your Shine. The thing is, this lipstick is basically like a translucent lipstick with like reflect glitter in it. And it gives you a glossy finish to everything. And the effect is so insane. I'm gonna put it on because it almost as if you're putting on a gloss. Like, it gives you a glossy finish. The product is so good, and again, very inexpensive because it's from She Glam. So that is the lip, and I'm gonna do setting spray to finish off the whole look. My number one setting spray, actually I have two. I have two that I have to bring up, okay? This one I almost didn't bring up because of the fact that it's like limited edition. Probably can't buy it anymore. This is the Pickle Rick She Glam setting spray. Love everything about it. The way it smells, the effect on the skin, the way it like just absolutely looks so freaking good. Like, I can't handle how much I love this product, and I'm really scared for when I run out. Like, I can't even go through that. And then my other favorite setting spray is actually from L'Oreal. This is L'Oreal 3-Second Setting Mist. This is basically kind of like a dupe for the One Size one, where it's an aerosol spray. Oh, not my phone. Shit. I still like the One Size one more because it's bigger and you get more product in it, and it also like I feel like disperses a little bit better. But this is very much one of those like hairspray setting sprays. You know what I mean? Where it's like an aerosol can, you shake it up, and then you spray it down. You have to hold your breath because it's gonna kill you inside. My hair feels stiffer from doing that. It's literally hairspray for your face. Like, it will not go anywhere. It's just like the One Size one. I'm not even kidding you. Anyways, guys, that is it for today's final look. I'm not gonna put a lash on. I feel confident enough without a lash. I don't think I need it. And I think that I still look really, really great without a lash on. But this is the mug. This is the final face. I genuinely feel like with the products I used, I think they look fantastic. I don't think you can go wrong with any of these things. I would not suggest them. They would not be my favorites if I didn't feel that. I literally would go to an event like this. I would go to a red carpet like this. Like, I'm so happy with it. And it's going to last me a long time on the skin. Like, it's not going to look like shit over 2 hours, you know? So I just feel like this is a really, really great routine, and it's a current favorites of mine, and it feels like I was kind of feeling like a little nostalgic vibes, like I wanted to do something like that. Like, I feel like I look high-end, like I'm Sabrina Carpenter. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys had fun watching it. I had a lot of fun filming it. It's nice to film. I feel like myself again. Like, I'm starting to feel more like myself after kind of the rough patch I was in for the past few weeks. And it feels nice to kind of be back and feel, you know, back to being more confident in myself and things like that. So, I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I'm sure a lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching and staying part of my YouTube fam. I love you guys so much, and I love doing this. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Have a great rest of the night or day, wherever you guys are, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye. I love you. Mwah. Busy woman. Okay, can you see that water bottle? I hope not. I don't care. Oh, share. So now that everything is diffused and we are creamed, you really can't tell me anything. Indigestion, other than that. You really can't tell me nothing. So the glam is still on. No, what am I doing? Shut up. What am I saying? I think I'm delusional, you guys. I really do. Stop it. Stop it!